Peace and blessings, brothers and sisters. I'm back to continue the conversation we're having about how I ended up homeless. This is part 5, if I'm not mistaken. And in this video, I said I wanted to talk about the situation with me and my son. This is my second born, who is currently 21 years old. 2022, 2024. Yeah, he's 21. He'd be 22 December. But at this time, this was what, last year? He had just turned 20. So anyway, I'm trying to take my time with this one because this touched my heart a little bit. A lot actually, but So this my second born. When we got back to my hometown and I got it placed, me and my daughter, we shared a room. We shared the master bedroom because the master bedroom had a bathroom attached to it, and he had his own room. And the other bathroom, that was his bathroom. So everybody got me and my daughter, we share a bedroom, we share a bathroom. He got his own room, he got his own bathroom. So he ended up getting a job at a pizza place. And all I told him was, your money is your money. All I want you to do is pay the internet bill. I didn't have cable. We just used internet. I needed internet for my job. And it wasn't that I needed him to pay the internet. I could have paid the internet, but you work now, you pay a bill. And it's just $100 every month. You get paid every 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. And you could pay $100 a month for some internet, and you do whatever else you want to do with your money. I wasn't tripping. Everybody, we good up in here. I got my job take care of everything. You see. So, everything was working, even with the situations that's going on outside the house. Okay. But then I noticed, like I said, my mama acting real, real funny. And I had to pull back from her. And energetically, she could feel that. So I wasn't going over there like that. When I first got back to hometown or whatever, and I was staying there, like I said, I would cook. Seemed like I was cooking every night after I get off work, you know what I mean? Because that's what I do. I cook. It's nothing to me to put a meal together. So, and since I'm already home, the meat already thawed out, it's already seasoned and then sitting in the refrigerator waiting to go in the oven. I could do all that in between calls or whatever. Anyway, so even after I got my place, I was still coming over there to cook. Just cause. I didn't have to. I just was doing it. But anyway, stop going over there like that. Just pull back my energy off of her because I felt like, something was wrong with her. And I don't got time to figure out what's wrong with you. So I'ma just back away, stay in my own house. But that's a problem. I didn't realize how much of a problem that was when you don't allow certain people to play with you, to play in your energy, to play in your face. And that's exactly what she was doing, playing in my energy, playing in my face. And when I pull back, she takes offense to that. So one day, me and my son, we in the car. I'm about to drop him off at work. I'm leaving out of the apartment complex. She coming into the apartment complex. Let me back up. Because this is what led up to this event right here I'm about to tell you about. So I told y'all about me applying for the rental assistance that I think it was federal. It was either federal or state rental assistance. that I was trying to get so they could pay my rent and I could save up some money in case I needed to move. She told me about the program. And so me and her was on the phone and she was telling me how she had told such and such, my brother wife at the time, that I had applied and this, that, and the third about, what me and her was talking about. And I asked her, I was like, well, why is you telling such and such about me and what I'm trying to do? And she made a statement like, is it supposed to be a secret? And my spirit was vexed because no, it's not supposed to be a secret, but I'm still not understanding why are you on the phone talking to so-and-so about what I got going on. It didn't sit well with me. So my spirit said to me, don't talk to her no more. I'm talking about my mama. Stop talking to her. Stop telling her your business. Stop. That's where the cutoff came in at. When she said, is in the way she said it, like, I could tell whatever I want to tell about you. But you can't if I don't tell you nothing about me. How about that? How about I don't tell you nothing about me? That way you can't tell nobody nothing about me. So I pulled back. I'm not talking to her. No, I don't call you. For what? I don't need to call you. So I'm taking my son to work. She coming into the complex. We stop because I noticed her. She noticed me. And she just looking like, I talk to you. What? She just got this real confused look on her face. And I'm like, come on now. You can't be that. You're not confused. You know exactly what it is. And my son right here, he speak, hey, mama. And okay, bye. Pull off. Because I don't want to talk to you at all about nothing. Anyway, so from that day, she had a real, real, real issue with me. Because I wasn't feeding her like I've been feeding her. Like she felt that I was done with her. You know what I mean? So, and I was. And the fact that my son was right there, I guess she in her mind thought that he was the one who gave me this power, or like he gave me the strength, I don't know, to turn away from her. Like it was him. Like, cause that from that day forward, she had her sights on him, my son. Seemed like every day she was calling him to come over there, or to come over there to do something for her, or she was calling him to come go with her to the grocery store, or she was calling him and they was going out to eat. It seemed like he was spending she was always calling him over there. And anytime she called, he going. And one day, a couple of months of this, it was going on for a while. One day I just pulled him to the side. I'm like, because he be in his room, chilling before he got to go to work. And I would just let him know, you don't have to go every time she call you. You could say no to her. I just put that bug in his ear. You don't have to go if you don't want to go. I just noticed that she was pulling on him a lot. And I just had something in my mind I wanted to say. I wanted to tell, but it slipped my mind. But anyway, she was pulling on him. She was trying to pull him to her energetically. And I noticed that the more time he spent with her, the more distant he became with me. It was almost like, because I was picking him up every night. He had to be to work. But then after a while, I just felt like, you 20 years old, you and your job literally is just down the street. You can walk there, you can ride a bike there, you can catch an Uber there, you can catch the bus there. It's really down the street, sir. You about to become a man. You got to be able to do for yourself. Like I read in a journal entry, one of the videos, I said I was sitting my son down trying to explain to him that you have to learn how you got to start doing for yourself, so that you ain't in nobody else's pocket where they abuse you because you need them. No, let's do for ourselves. So I was telling him that, I'm not going to take you to work no more. You can find your way there. And you can find, your way back. You come up with your own solutions as a man, as a young man, But that didn't happen. He was going over there getting rides from her. But before I even said that, this one particular day, I'm expecting him to call and tell me he ready to go to work. Get picked up. But he never calls. But when I went to get in my car to go somewhere, I think it was going to the store, I see him and my brother, they walking the dogs. So I'm looking at him like, well, when did you get home? Because you didn't call me and tell me that you needed a ride. He was like, no, grandma came and got me. Grandma came and got you. But did you call her and tell her you was ready to go? Because it was just so strange. It was just a series of strange events occurring that I was paying attention to, but not really understanding what was going on. She was pulling on my son energetically. One night he came in the house. I always talk to y'all about, what I'm thinking, how I feel, and what's going on. And I was just telling him that I feel like this young man is something happening with him. He's not the same. He's changing, and I don't understand the change because I haven't done anything to him. And I will always, talk to y'all about it, and I noticed that his room always stayed messy. Not just, the clothes everywhere, this, that. No, the room was filthy. I keep a spotless home. And his room, by contrast to the rest of the house, it just, I don't know, it was a mess. And it seemed like the more I told him to clean the room, the messier the room got. I remember one night waking up out of my sleep. It was late, maybe like 12, 1 o'clock. Had to work the next morning. And I just went in the room. I had told him, don't eat in your room. Don't eat in your room. Eat at the dinner table like everybody else. Because I didn't want bugs. If you start eating in your room and bugs come, I'm going to lose my mind. I don't like bugs. So anyway, walked in the room. It was like 12 big black trash bags full of trash. And the trash was the pizza boxes and soda bottles just stacked up on the wall. I thought I mentioned not to eat in here, but I also mentioned to clean your room. But it's 12 big black trash bags full of trash in this room. So you don't care what I say. You're not listening to me. You don't care that your room filthy. And I told you not to eat in here. You're just gonna do whatever it is you want to do. I snapped. Get this mess up out of here. He took 12. I think 10 or 12. It was a lot. It was. I thought I counted 12. It might have been 10, 12, something like that. Big trash bags full. So you've been doing this for weeks. I'm just saying, he was just being rebellious to anything I said. And one night he come in. I think earlier that day I sat him down, was talking to him, trying to get him I was trying to reason, but I usually be able to reason with my children. Just talking to them, because they not silly children. They're not stupid. They're very intelligent. So I'm trying to reason with him, like, son, like, what's going on? Like, But that night he come in the house from work, sitting on my mama's house. I think he got off like at 9, 10, but he sat over there till about 11, 12, come in the house. And the first thing I heard from him is a yawn. This yawn is the same yawn, like a yawn that I heard my mother. It comes from my mother. That's her yawn coming out of my son's mouth. That's her yawn coming out of his mouth. There is a video on YouTube that I watched not too long ago that explains the narcissistic yawn. It's a real thing. Type narcissistic yawn. Yawn. Y-A-W-N. Yawn. At that moment, I heard the yawn from her come out of his mouth. I knew she got him. That's just what came to my spirit. She got him. So anything, stop talking to him. Stop asking him to clean his room. Stop. Just leave it alone. And I had to leave it alone. That was like a whole year before I actually left the house. And that's why I didn't tell him. Because they connected now. He's being used as a flying monkey. She using my son to monitor me. Because I wasn't going over there. And nobody was coming over my house because, like I said, I live on the 4th floor. Nobody want to climb 3 flights of stairs every time they come to my house. Nobody was coming over there. So she couldn't keep her eye on me. I'm not talking to her. I'm not going over to her house. Nobody's coming over to visit. She needed an eye to watch me. She used my son to do it. So that's why I didn't even tell him until the very last minute that I'm leaving. But even before that, y'all was giving me dreams. Because I was like, okay, I got to leave. But is my children coming? He told me that your son can't come with you. He was telling me through my dream that, yeah, you going to have to go. But your son cannot go with you. He's not going to go with you. He was preparing me for that. Because me and my children are always together from the day they were born. They ain't never been separated from me. They might have spent a night or two over somebody's house, but they always with me. Always. So that he knew he had to come and let me know that your son can't go because he's been compromised. Your mother compromised him. And the doorway she used, or the enemy used, because this is the enemy's doing now. It's through her. But it's the enemy's doing. Y'all had to bring to my remembrance that my son was growing locks, and they got about, they won't shoulder length. They was like a little bit under his ear. He was growing locks. I had started his locks and locked his hair. And he used to pull on one of the locks. I think it was an anxiety or nervous issue. He just used to pull this one lock. And it got so thin, it was almost a bald spot there. So I got irritated because I kept telling him to leave it alone. But he never did. And so this lock long story short, I made my son get a haircut. He did not want to get a haircut, but he did not tell me he did not want to get a haircut. He got the haircut, but he had bitterness against me because I made him get a haircut. He did not want to cut his locks off, but he never voiced that to me. And I'm not sure if he did, if I would have changed my mind, or I don't know. But that was the call I was making because you kept messing with the one lock that just, and you making your head ball in the back. Anyway, that was the call I made. And he did not, I don't want to say he hated me, but he might have. There was some sort of doorway, a crack that the enemy used to be able to get in and turn my son against me. So that's why, I didn't tell my son, because I knew that if I told him, other people would find out. Because they got that kingdom of darkness. They got a network. You tell one something, it seems like all of them know it now. And not necessarily because they spoke it, but I don't know how that thing works. But it's a network in the kingdom of darkness. I seen it. I see it all everywhere, actually. That's how they monitor. Child. I just live here. I didn't do none of this. I'm just being made aware of it. So I know how to operate through it, how to divert, bob and weave and all of that. Yeah. So I ended up leaving May 23rd, 5 o'clock in the morning. I will continue this. And what would that be? Part 6. Peace and blessings. Shalom to everyone.